Hello to everyone, and thank you, Astrid and Lisbeth, for the invitation. I'm really honored and glad to be here and to be able to present what we have been doing in the Bogotá Library System. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a specific strategy called Common Library Projects. It's an outreach strategy between public and community libraries in Bogotá. This strategy was based on design thinking methodology and is a co-creation process with the community libraries. Bogota is the main city of Colombia. We are located in the northeast part of South America. We are next to Ecuador, Peru, Brazil, Panama, that used to be part of Colombia, and also Venezuela, that is quite famous recently and mentioned it because what is happening with the US government. And we also have access to both oceans, also the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. So we have a very strategic location in South America. Bogota, as I said, is the main city, the capital of Colombia, is located on the Bogota Sabana in the eastern Cordillera of the Andes. This is a picture of Bogota, it's downtown. If you ever come to Bogota or have come to Bogota, it's a city surrounded by mountains. It's like quite beautiful. The city proper population is around 8 millions in 2023. I think we are like 9 millions. It's only the city population, not the metropolitan area. And we have high levels of inequality. Those are our main challenges. We are a lot of people, and the wealth is focused in a specific population and is located in specific places in the cities. So libraries are bridging that gaps, digital gaps, educational gaps. In the Bogota library system, we have 146 public reading spaces. Those are public spaces to read with different sizes. We have 31 libraries. 3 of these libraries are located in prison, are prison libraries. 95 paraderos para libros para parques, that are tiny libraries located in public parks and public squares with a collection between 200 and 300 books, and also 12 libraries in public transit stations with a collection between 1,000 and 3,000 books. We really are trying to get to the people. We say that if people can come to the library will come to them, because the average commute here in Bogota is about 2 hours. It's a really complicated city in transit aspect. We also have one book mobile, 2 itinerant libraries, 4 reading rooms, and 1 digital library. And in the global south, I think especially in Latin America, I have seen this in Brazil, in Argentina, in Colombia, we have a particular phenomenon. And as community libraries are increasing, when government can fulfill their duties, people do it by themselves. So if I don't have a public library in my neighborhood or close to my neighborhood, people create community libraries so they can guarantee access to information and knowledge to the people and create safe spaces, especially for young people. So community libraries are citizen initiatives to promote access to information, especially in marginalized areas, are driven and funded by the will of the people. We have a database with 245 community libraries here in Bogota, so it's more than the public libraries that we have, but these tend to be tiny libraries. They vary of the size and the focus of the library. Most of these libraries tend to be based ethically, morally, politically, and theoretically on the book The Pedagogy of the Oppressed of the Brazilian educator Paulo Freire, that say that education is a way of liberation or of freedom, not only for the students of the learners, but also for the educators. So they truly believe in that. Those are picture of community libraries. The first one, so you can see the difference. It varies a lot. It changed a lot. But the first one is called the Creativity Library. It's La Biblioteca de la Creatividad. It's located in a rural area close to a marginalized neighborhood. They they work with children, with young people, trying to change the mindset of poverty, because in this marginalized area, they grew up listening that in this neighborhood only lives murderers and criminals and thieves. So the library focus on give them opportunities to really believe in that they can be something else, something different from the stereotype, through education, through books, through arts. And the second one is called Seeds of Hope, Semillas de la Esperanza. Is a library focused on environmental topics. As you can see, it's constructed in Guadua. It's like giant bamboo. It's a green building, and they focus on to create awareness of and advocacy for environmental care. They also have a garden. They grew aromatic herbs, lettuce, tomatoes, and things like that. These libraries emerge and disappear quickly, depending on the needs of the communities and also the will of the librarians. They guaranteed access to knowledge and changed the mindset of poverty, especially among young people. And they ensure their operation through volunteer work, grants application, sustainability models, or partnerships. And they reach places where public libraries cannot. So they are our main allies and partnerships, but their relation is complicated because we are the government and they see us like we have all the funds, and they also are citizens, but watchdogs of the budget. So the relationship, the communication tends to be tense or complicated, but we are changing that. We are trying to change that. So this was our main challenge. Public libraries in Bogota are not enough. According to the IFLA, Bogota has a deficit of public libraries in relation to its population. We have 31 public libraries, three of them are in prison, so we have 28 public libraries, a database with 245 community libraries, and a city with more than 8 million inhabitants. So this was the starting point to create the strategy. And how do we start? We started by understanding others to build connection. So we try to understand the community libraries. So we designed an interdisciplinary matrix for data collection so we can understand more. And we did fieldwork. We visit the community libraries. We have visited 80 of the 245 community libraries. This was on-site visits, so the government can see, the public librarians can see, the community libraries can see the context of the community libraries and talk directly with the librarians, with the community librarians. And we then did some computational processing to understand the data that we were collecting by frequency counts. This is the matrix. It has 45 fields to complete with the interview about collections, the amount of the collections, the topics of the collections, the services, the activities, the programming, the population that the community libraries work with, and was created with Boolean fields, so yes or no answer, so it was easy to process the information. This is a graphic that we have. This is in Spanish, sorry for that. But in the pink part is the community libraries located in the north part of the city that tend to be wealthier than the south part. We have information in this pink part of 16 libraries. And in the green part is information about community libraries located in the south. We have information of 27 community libraries, and you can see topics in the collection. So literature, self-published, fanzines, digital books, games. So you can see the distribution of the collection so we can understand more about the collection, and also community libraries can understand and make exchanges so they can have a variety of collection because their collection are donated all the collection are donated, so they don't always have the change to choose the books that they want for their population. So it's really complicated for them. Then we start the strategy. It was a collaborative design strategy. We did 4 specific projects last year and worked with 32 community libraries in 4 specific topics that we understood about with the interviews and with the data collection, and also that are topics important for the public libraries in Bogotá. The first one was environment and biocultural territories, because most of the library are working with environmental topics, environmental literacy, and environment advocacy. The second one is participatory science and digital culture. We have a huge digital divide in Bogotá, and libraries, community, and public are working to bridge that gap, especially in elder people, but also in young people that don't have cell phone or doesn't have access to internet. The third topic of the project was memory and territory, because most of these community libraries are the guardians of the memory of the territories, the memories of the neighborhood, and the memory of the population. Most of the population in these community libraries are victims of the violence, victims of the conflicts, or lives in stereotype communities, like in the creativity community library, that people tend to think that are thieves, are murderers, are criminals. So they have another story and another memory to share. And the fourth topic was cultural territorial engagement. So we mixed reading practices, reading promotion with other artistic practices or sport practices like soccer. We did a competition of soccer mixed with writing and reading for young people. This is one of the products that we did last year. This specifically, I think, is one of the most interesting. It was in the environment and biocultural territories. It's a textile book. It's an adaptation or an evolution of the cartonera books. I don't know if you know what cartonera books are. They are typical here in Latin America. They are an artistic and self-published books created by the community using recyclable materials like paper and carton. But these books are textile and were created with textile waste. But with the community libraries, we understood that one of the main challenges is we have a huge textile waste in these places that where the community libraries were located. So they create these textile books using the textile waste to promote reading and environmental literacy. So elder people and young people weave, embroider to create this book. This book is a journey on different ecosystems in Bogotá, like wetlands, paramos, and parks. So I think it's a great way to face this textile waste challenge by creating some books to create environmental literacy. This is one of our main takeaways. What we have learned with the Common Library projects is that public is for everybody, but common is with everybody. But to work with the people and with the community libraries and the community librarians, we need to have clear methodologies. Design thinking was really useful to create spaces to talk freely and to create projects together. So this was the project, the strategy that I want to share with you, that we've been doing for 2 years here in the Bogotá Library System. So thank you very much.